What if never posting wasn't about shyness, but about something much more psychological? We're talking about people who are active online, present, connected, but who consistently choose not to post. Not stories, not updates, not opinions. They scroll, they read, they support others, but they keep their own life almost entirely off the feed. The easy assumption is that something is wrong with them, that they're antisocial, secretive, or just too anxious to share. This doesn't automatically mean choosing not to post does not automatically mean social anxiety, low self-esteem, or hiding something. It can, but it doesn't have to. Context matters. But psychology paints a different picture. The decision to opt out of public self-presentation is often one of the most self-aware choices a person can make. Number 1. Identity stability. Some people have a strong internal sense of self, and they simply don't need external validation to feel real. Research in self-concept clarity shows that people with higher identity stability are less motivated to seek social feedback loops. They know who they are. They don't need the likes to confirm it. Number 2, nervous system safety. Social media is, neurologically, an unpredictable environment. You post, and then you wait. Who will respond? How will they respond? That waiting activates the brain's threat detection system. For people whose nervous systems are tuned toward predictability, that uncertainty isn't worth it. Not because they're fragile, but because they've learned to protect their baseline calm.
Number 3. Privacy as a value statement. For some non-posters, this is philosophical. They believe their life has value precisely because it isn't performed for an audience. Meals taste better when they're not staged for a photo. Relationships feel more real when they're not shared in a caption. Number 4. Emotional regulation preference. Posting exposes you to emotional volatility, the dopamine spike of a lot of likes, the flatness of none, the comment that stings, the one that validates. Non-posters often regulate emotion by keeping their experiences away from that feedback cycle entirely. They're not emotionally avoidant, they're emotionally strategic. Number 5. Attachment patterns. Research on attachment theory shows that securely attached individuals often feel less compelled to use public platforms for emotional connection. They get what they need in private relationships. The need to broadcast simply doesn't arise. Number 6. Hypervigilance to perception. And then there are those for whom not posting comes from a heightened awareness of how they're perceived, sometimes traced to early experiences of being judged, criticized, or exposed. This one sits closer to the edge of avoidance, which brings us to an important distinction. Not posting can be one of two things. When it's healthy, you're present in your real life. You have close relationships. You feel at ease, not scared. Your silence online is a choice, not a hiding place. When it becomes avoidance, you want to share but stop yourself out of fear. You feel invisible or unimportant. You scroll with a quiet longing to be seen, but stay silent because you believe you don't deserve the space. The difference isn't in the behavior, it's in what the behavior is protecting. In a culture that equates visibility with value, choosing not to perform your life is quietly radical. It's a signal that some people have internalized something most of us spend years trying to learn, that a life doesn't need an audience to be meaningful. So here's what I'd like to leave you with. When you don't post something, what's the reason? Is it peace or is it protection? There's no wrong answer, but it's worth knowing. If this kind of content resonates with you, consider joining the channel through membership or super thanks. It genuinely helps this space keep going. And I'd love to know, do you post regularly or are you a quiet observer? Leave a comment and tell me which one you are.